Hello everybody, my name is T.BALA. SNEHITHA. My registration number is YOK 19CS122 and today we are going to discuss about dynamic routing. In that, today we are going to see first about IPv1 first, RIPv1. Next we will see about RIPv2. First here we have to Today we are going to discuss about dynamic routing protocol. First we have to enable it and then we have to enter global configuration mode and then we have to use user commands. So first let us do our topology diagram. First we have to take three routers. First we have to take three routers. PT routers we have to take and then we have to place them one and then again we have to take another router 1 and then piece PT router, yeah. Then now again we have to take three PT switches. Switch 1 and switch 2, sorry, switch 1 and then here switch 2. Then now again we have to take PCs. We have to take here PC0, then here are PC1 and then here PC2. Now we have to connect these switches with copper stripe. We have to connect these switches. We have to connect these with copper stripe. So I'm gonna connect this. Then again we have to take copper stripe. Again we have to connect this with fast Ethernet. Then again we have to take copper stripe, connect with fast Ethernet to TC2. Then again we have to take copper stripe for TC2 and fast Ethernet. Next again we have to take copper stripe and we have to connect with our router 0. Then again we have to take our copper stripe. Then again we have to connect this PC1 with fast Ethernet. Yeah, now we completed this. Next we have to connect these routers with serial DC. With serial DC we have to connect this. With serial DC I'm gonna connect this PC1 with this unable. I can't. I can't take it. Sorry, I have to connect to serial. again see what I have to take. Again it's serial DC. Yeah, I completed connecting this. Now 1 minute. So now this is LAN 1 and this is LAN 2 and this is LAN 3. So now let's configure our PC 0 first. Desktop IP configuration, and let me give first IP v4 address 192.168.1.0. Sorry, I give wrong. Okay, 192 192.168.1.2. Next subnet mask, which will be automatically come, and next I'm giving my default gateway as 192.168.1.1. Yeah, then now I am giving for my PC1 desktop IP configuration for my 192.168 dot 192 dot 192.168 dot 5 dot 1 5 dot 2. Then my default gateway as 192.168 dot 5 dot 1. Next for my PC2 desktop IP configuration and IP address is 192.168.3.2. Next my default gateway as 192.168.3.1. Yeah, 3.1. I dot 1. Yeah. Next, now we'll take our router 1, sorry, router 0. First, we are giving it as no, and then first we are going to enable it. Sorry. we are going to enable it. Then we are going to configure terminal. Then we are giving int fa0/0. Next we are giving IP address as 192 dot 192 dot 168 dot 1.1. Yeah, it is showing incomplete. So again, IP address 190 dot. So 192 dot 168 dot 1.1, and we have to give our IP network as 225 dot 225 dot 225 dot 0. Next we have to give no shutdown. Next we have to do for our router 1. We have to give no. First we are gonna enable it, then we're gonna configure terminal. Next we're gonna give our we have to give a test fa0/0 fa. Sorry, I gave wrong, so it is showing invalid detection. We have to give fa. Next we gonna give our IP address as 192.168 192.168 dot 3.1. Next our network IP network as 225.225.225.0. Next we're gonna give no shutdown. Yeah. Next we're gonna do for our root 2. We have to give no. We're gonna enable it. Next we're gonna configure terminal. Then we are giving int fa0/0. Next we gonna give our IP address as 192.168.168 5.1. and then we are going to give our subnet mask as network as 225.225.225.0. then we're gonna give no shutdown. Yeah, so now we got here are all our green lines and everything. Now we gonna give our LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3 and WAN 1, WAN 2, WAN 3. So I'm going to place a text for my LANs. First for my LAN 1, LAN 1 192.168.1.0. then I gonna give for my LAN 2 here, for my LAN 2 here, LAN 2 192.168.3.0. then I'm going to give for my LAN 3 192.168.5.1, not 1, it's 0. Next I'm gonna give for my WAN 1 here, WAN 1 as 192.168.2.0. then I'm gonna give for my WAN, I'm gonna give for my WAN 2 192.168.4.0. then I'm gonna give for my WAN 3 as 192.168.168.6.0. yeah, I gave for my LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3 and for my WAN 1, WAN 2, WAN 3, and this is RIP1. yeah, by this I gave my value for my LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3. So next, and this is RIP1. So now again we have to configure our router 0. Now we're gonna configure our router 0 again. So now let's start pinning. So let's pin first from LAN 1. So now from let's check from first from P0 to router 0. 1 minute. Yeah, now let's do pinning from first from PC0 to router 0. So I'm giving from PC0 to router 0. So it is successful. So now let me give pinning from LAN 1 to now let me give pinning from LAN 1 to LAN 2. That means from PC0 to PC1. Okay. Yeah, wait. From switch 0, from PC0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to router 0, and from router 0. Yeah, sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute, I forgot to delete them. So now let me give pinning from PC0 to PC1, and let's check in simulation mode. Yeah, no. First from PC0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to router 0, and from router 0 to switch. I don't know why it's not coming. 1 minute. Let me give from PC0 to PC1, and let me check from PC0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to router 0, and from router 0 it is not passing. I don't know why. Let me check once. Yeah, now let me connect. Actually I did a small mistake, so that I know so that I not get for my LAN 1 to so I was not able to pin from PC0 to PC1. So now let me pin from PC0 to PC1, that means from LAN 1 to LAN 2. Yeah, first from PC0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to router 0, and from router 0 to router 1, and from router 1 to switch 1, and from switch 1 to PC1, and the packet tracer is sending back from PC1 to switch 1, and from switch 1 to router 1, and from router 1 to router 0, and from router 0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to PC0, and it is successfully done. Yeah. So now let me do for my PC0 to PC2. That means from LAN 1 to LAN 3. Let me do PC0 to PC3. Yeah. From PC0 to switch 0, from switch 0 to router 0, and from router 0 to router 2, and from router 2 to switch 2, and from switch 2 to PC2, and from PC2 back, and the packet trace is sending back to PC to from PC2 to switch 2, and from switch to router, and from router 2 to router 1. I show it's failed. Yeah, 1 minute. Let me do again from PC0 to PC2. Yeah, from PC0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to router 0, and from router 0 to router 2, and from router 2 to switch 2, and from switch 2 to PC2, and from PC2 to switch 2, and from switch 2 to router 2, and from router 2 to router 0, and from router 0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to PC 0, and it is done successfully. Now from LAN 1 to LAN 2 and from LAN 1 to LAN 3 is successful. So now let me do that. Means we all know that this application is also applicable for vice versa. So now let's check from LAN 3 to LAN 1. So now let me check from LAN 3 to LAN 1. Yeah, from PC2 to switch 2, and from switch 2 to router 2, from router 2 to router 0, from router 0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to PC 0, and from PC 0 to switch 0, and from switch 0 to router 0, from router 0 to router 2, and from router 2 to switch 2, and from switch 2 to PC2, and it is successfully done. So now let's do for PC3 to from LAN 2 to from LAN 3 to LAN 2. Yeah, from LAN 3 to LAN 2. That means from PC1 to PC2. Yeah, from PC2 to switch 2, from switch 2 to router 2, and from router 2 to router 0, and from router 0 to router 1, and from router 1 to switch 1, and from switch 1 to PC1, and from PC1 to switch 1, and from switch 1 to router 1, and from router 1 to router 0, and from router 0 to router 2, and from router 2 to switch 2, and from switch 2 to PC2, and it is done successful. By this, I completed my RPI version 1. Thank you.